tonight on the National. Oh, she's there. She did not have to leave. She's delayed her departure for us. She's very kind. Okay, Andrew wanted in before I had to cut you all off last time there. So Andrew, hopefully you'll remember your point, and I'll let you go.
Oh, well, just to pick up on Chantal's point about Aaron O'Toole and the vaccine mandate question, I agree that he looked as uncomfortable on that question as Justin Trudeau did on the early election call. It is each of their vulnerability today. I'm not so sure it's quite essential, proved to be quite essential to the election, but it's no doubt that it plays into the Liberal willingness or ambition of portraying the Conservatives as being not really grounded in reality or science, and of Aaron O'Toole as being basically hostage to what I might call the crazy wing of his party. Why then would he walk into that trap, as you say? Well, because it's worth it to him, just as it was worth it to Trudeau to take the lumps for calling the early election. Why? Because it's not just his party he's worried about, it's the People's Party of Canada, the Maxime Bernier party. They've been pushing hard on this particular issue of vaccine mandates. And just as Aaron O'Toole likes to portray all the parties to the left as being all the same party, Maxime Bernier likes to say, yeah, and the Conservatives are a left-wing party as well. So he wants to keep some daylight between himself and the Liberals on this issue, and I think that's why he felt he had to do that.
Yeah, it's a difficult tightrope that he has to walk all the time on various issues, and this is another one. It was an obvious question, and I guess that's as far as the answer is going to go for now. But maybe it won't be a question throughout the whole election. We'll see. Althea, I wouldn't mind you weighing in on what we heard from both Jagmeet Singh and Annamie Paul in terms of how important this election is for both of them.
Well, for Jagmeet Singh, I think what this campaign shows is that for the past year, he has worked very hard on message discipline. The NDP has sought to have a record of vulnerability that they believed they had in 2019. And more importantly, now the party has much more money. They believed in 2019 that when his popularity started to spike in the last week of the campaign, if they had had funds, they would have been able to ride the wave and perhaps win a few more seats. And this time, while they have a target list of about 16 ridings, they're really hoping, this is like the first tier of ridings they're going after, that if his popularity again spikes, that they have the resources and the targets and the staff to mobilize to kind of really give him the momentum that they wish they would have been able to give in the last election campaign. With regards to Annamie Paul, no, just very quickly, I agree with David. I think that her leadership is on the line, and the problems with her party, I think we're all kind of watching this as the soap opera of the summer. It is unfortunate. It could be that the Green Party only ends up with Elizabeth May as their lone Green MP.
Well, okay, Elamine, last word to you, if you don't mind.
I mean, I just have to say that one part at least was disorienting for me, watching Annamie Paul standing in front of all these green signs, as though the party isn't in chaos right now. Like, that sort of felt like quite a bit of distance between the reality of the Green Party and that image of a sort of a united party, and she's here to campaign, she's here to do this seriously. But I do have to say that, you know, I'm curious about where we go tomorrow. What if the Liberals are able to keep the story of, well, why not have an election, to a 1 or 2 day story? What happens next? Because the story that Aaron O'Toole is bringing forward is already that pocketbook issue. Saying this, he had this phrase, he said the Trudeau government has been doing the bare minimum. I'm not sure that story can stick right now. I'm not sure that story can stick if we are looking at a country that is more than half vaccinated and well on its way to, you know, getting better numbers on that front. So saying that they did nothing over such a period of time where people expected a lot from government, and in fact, they did deliver quite a bit of that, I think that's a risky gamble for Aaron O'Toole.
Last word to Chantal before I wrap you guys up.
Okay, just to say that as of and I'm not totally answering the question, but tomorrow and the day after and the day after, the parties are basically going to be treading water until Labor Day. Because that is when attention will really focus on this election campaign, frankly. And the leaders' debates will take place right away, the 8th and the 9th of September, and that's when the focus comes. So up to a point, the question of where the campaign narrative goes from today until the end of the month, basically it's going to be about treading water.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there, everybody. I appreciate it very much.